Hey everyone, welcome to the recap of The Walking Dead universe. We are here every week to discuss the latest episodes. You can catch our recaps anytime, available on most podcast platforms. If I can speak today, that would be great. Get new and past episodes for free in the app of your choice, including YouTube. For those of you joining us live today, thanks for taking time out of your evening to be here. I'm Tamara Ford, and I love a good TV show and a good book. So you can reach out to me on Instagram and Twitter at The Recap Pods. And if you're into books, you can also find me at Shelf Addiction. Joining me is show co-host Lisa. Welcome, Lisa.
Hey, Tamara. Hey, everyone. My name is Lisa Orban. I am an author. I am also the founder of Indies United Publishing House, and I love all things pop culture. And I'm not sure if I want to talk about tonight's episode, but here I am. If you would like to connect with me, you would like to connect with me online, you can find me pretty much anywhere at Lisa Orban Author.
All right. Oh my gosh. So if you are by chance catching this on a replay, you can still comment on any platform, or you can be old school and send us a voicemail in the link in the show notes. We do want to hear from you and possibly include your comments. So if you are new here, we are laid back in our review style, right, Lisa?
Absolutely. This is a conversation, not a dissertation.
Right. No scene by scene breakdowns here. We jump around. Huge spoiler alert for every show in this universe, all the way up to yesterday's episode. So if you're good with that, this is the place for you, and we can just get started.
Okay.
All right. I'm scared. What you gonna say, Lisa? I'm scared.
It was painful. That whole episode was painful. My skin was crawling by the end of it. I just wanted it to end. It was so bad that normally I watch the little thing by the directors, afterwards.
Yeah.
And I listened to, I don't know, about a minute of it and went, I can't even deal with your shit.
Not painful. Okay. I thought it was quote unquote fine. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it, but I thought that one of my predictions came true. I just had the wrong episode. I'm like, Wes is gone. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
I knew that was happening, but I don't think I liked I don't know. Let me hear your 2 cents on it, and then we can go from there. Tell me all the plethora of things that you had a problem with.
This show is turning me into a little bouncy ball of hate, okay?
No.
I just want to say, it's like they're gearing me up for when Hateful comes back. But no, I mean, okay, again, we're going back to Strand. Okay, why is Strand still alive? And this whole, we can't trust Strand. He's a bad guy. We have to take the tower from him. Will you come and have a drink with me? Sure, I'll come and have a drink with you. Oh my goodness. Back and forth, double cross again, double cross, jump into an elevator. Oh my God, And then Alicia falls down. How's this woman been wandering around for months on her own without being eaten? Come on, seriously. She can apparently walk 5 steps at this point without keeling over.
Yeah.
And we'll fix you. Oh, we can't fix me. There's nothing, there's something wrong with me. We don't know what it is. Let's try. No, we're not. I mean, it was just this whole, everything. The real, the idea that the Strand's like we may have one sort of ally. They go down to the basement, obviously, to go get oh God, what's his name? And
Daniel.
Yeah. And they're still playing them. And then they get about halfway up, Alicia keels over, and they take her to the med ward.
Yeah.
And then they try to force off Charlie as his daughter. Oh yeah, because that's gonna work.
Oh God. Okay. Okay, well let's back up. Let's start with the first thing. Let's start with Strand, okay? Because I too had issues with what they were doing with Strand's character because either he's bad or he's not.
Right.
And I feel like this was a cop out to kind of make him seem like I think they tried to gaslight us.
Yeah.
The
Well,
show
okay.
tried to gaslight us about Strand's character.
Okay, let's go back to the first episode. All right. Where Strand basically kills off her sort of boyfriend thing
Mhm.
and then brings that light back to surround the place with walkers so she can't get in.
Mhm.
All right. And then he does a whole bunch of horrible things, all to poke at her and make her mad. And then in this episode, I think of you as a daughter and I love you. Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Everything he's done is opposite of what he's telling her. Like none of it makes sense. Like you did these horrible things and now you want us to believe that it was all for this daughter you
Her.
never had. You know what I mean?
Right. He's trying
Like
to say that he built this entire thing. Everything that he has done has been for her. Bullshit.
yeah.
Or if it is, that is a twisted, sadistic kind of love that you don't want to be a part of. And they have places that you can go to counseling right now if you're in one of those. Okay?
I know, but I think
Because there's
I
nothing healthy about it.
the writers want I feel like they wanted that at minutes to have some type of effect on us. Like, oh, Strand finally said he would, he how he feels about Alicia, their family. I think they wanted to evoke some kind of, I don't know, sympathy for him or something, but it did not work for me. Instead, I was just I like I said, I felt like I was gaslit. I'm like, wait a minute, he's been this douchebag the
Yeah.
entire season and
Yeah.
before that even, but he's gotten worse and worse. And I feel like they made him a bona fide villain.
Yeah.
And now they're like, well, wait a minute. It's
He's gonna be the hero. He's good, and then
right.
they go through all of this. I love you. You're like a daughter I never have. I'm really sorry, Danielle. This is all gonna be great. We're gonna save everyone. It's all gonna be wonderful. We get up to the very top. He goes, turn on the light. Oh wait a minute, I'm gonna change my mind. Really,
Right.
really?
Right. Right. And then before then, they even remind us of how kind he was toward Daniel, trying to help him find Ophelia. Like, oh,
Yeah,
remember how good he is? And then you're right. They get all the way up there, and all of a sudden he's like changed his mind. I'm like, what the hell? I don't are giving us whiplash with this
yeah.
character.
This whole episode. I mean, it's bad. I mean, it's Alicia going, Strand, you're bad, and Strand going, yes, I know, but it's good. And then I don't know. They get up there. They get on the third floor, whatever they were at when the elevator died. They finally get the doors pried open, and and there's Wes. I'm going to save you from yourself, Strand. I'm going to be bigger evil than you are.
Oh my
You know,
god. And that's a whole nother thing I feel like they were playing around with these characters because Wes I don't think was ever intended to be a villain. And now
he
they're
was a
trying to
nice guy.
yeah, and they threw his ass under the bus to try
Yeah.
to make us think that, he was worse than Strand. It's like, what?
Right. Well, then, and he's all pissy. They left me in a bunker full of walkers after you tried to kill them. I'm pretty sure you guys are even at this point.
Yeah.
You know. But then there's also the fact that all through this episode they are killing Strand's Rangers. Okay, left and right, pow, 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 pow. All right. But
Mhm.
then when Strand kills Wes, Alicia's like, I don't know that I can ever trust you again.
Oh my god.
Really?
Like this okay, like
Really?
honestly, this guy's up here trying to like kill us and I kill him and now you're mad? I just I don't understand they just threw all these characters in a blender and just messed them all up. All
Okay,
of
and then
them.
let's talk about the parade of people that left the building to go gather the other ones up. I'm sorry. If you're in a close timing situation, you don't bring the guy in the wheelchair. I'm sorry. I'm sure this was supposed to be a reunion, but run out there going, run your asses back in this building. Now we're
Yeah.
about to get run by, radiation and you scoot. You don't sit around and have a little party and reunite with everybody and talk. Oh, how are you doing? You okay? I've missed you so much. No, move. This is a time,
Right.
this is a time critical situation here. There are zombies coming and not just zombies. We're radiated zombies that have been in a crater hole.
Oh my gosh, I can't hear you. Lord have mercy. You guys, is it me or Lisa? Who is it? I feel like it's Lisa this time. Yep, it's her. I'm like, what happened? Lisa, come back.
I'm trying.
You're
Can you
you're
hear me?
back. Yes. Oh
Okay, you're
God.
both back. I lost you first. I
I'm
was
like, I'm
apologizing.
listening. I'm like, what happened? It's you. It's not.
Apparently the internet can feel my
It feels
contempt.
your rage.
It feels my rage.
Yes.
And I don't want to feel this, okay? I was really, I mean, again, there was a period of time when this show was even better than The Walking Dead. Okay, it
Mhm.
was hands down. It had this great storyline going. It had this good cast of characters. It was dynamic, and then what are they doing?
Yeah.
Just, I mean, nothing that anyone is doing on this show is making any sense. The fact that Alicia would go, no sane person knowing their history, knowing Strand and having that history with him would go in there unarmed, okay, and
Yeah.
just for a drink. No,
I mean,
you don't do
honestly,
that.
they had Alicia so enraged, right? She declared war on him.
Right.
She was so enraged. And now she's like, not. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't, I'm like, she's totally deflated. And I'm like, what happened? I'm like, I don't understand.
And there's no plan other than let's walk to the building. I mean,
Yeah,
that was their plan. They walked to the building and they used the phone. Come on.
right.
I mean, this whole thing is just either, and it's Strand has been getting worse and worse and worse all through this season. Okay, he has become a complete totalitarian dictator, and throwing people off the roof left and right. There's nothing to redeem in him anymore. I'm sorry, there's not.
Right. Because
All
what did
right,
all of that have to do with how, trying to create something for Alicia? It didn't. None of that had
right.
anything to do that. He was acting like that on his own, moving like
Hmm.
that because he wanted to be a D bag.
Hmm.
That didn't make any sense. If all he was trying to do was create a space and let her know that that's what he wanted for her. That's so doesn't make any sense at all.
Exactly. And she's like, someone else tried to put me in a hole. Make them, bring about a future, that I didn't want. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We get it, Alicia. You're special. Whatever. Die now, please, or something, or be something other than what she is right now, which is just this wishy-washy. I mean, we're going to take the coward. No, we're not. I'm declaring war. Maybe not. Come on, pick a direction, man.
And you know what? Now that you said she's so special, they are doing that. They are really playing that plot, like that plot device with her. Like, you know how some
Hmm.
books and shows, all the boys like one girl, and it's like, what is it about this one girl? They're doing that with her, but instead of like, romantic love, it's like everyone has all this faith in her. It's her. What's so freaking special about her? I can't tell anything from how they're doing this character's lines.
I don't know.
Nothing.
I mean, again, I mean, she can't even pick a lane. Okay, everything that she's
No.
doing right now is some fever dream. She apparently can't take more than 5 steps without passing out. How exactly did she go for the water's edge all the way to that stupid tower and not pass out? I really want to know.
Now
Inquiring minds want to know.
I heard something about how it gets worse at night or something,
Yeah.
but still. Cleo says, her voice annoys me like Maggie's voice does. Oh,
Yeah. I
uh,
just it's not that I don't like strong heroines, but she's not.
no, she's
She's
not.
not a strong heroine. Okay, she is being propped up by every single person that she's ever met, and this isn't anything that she has done to earn this. She's since the very first season when we first saw her, and then okay, skip ahead to season 4 when I came back. But again, she was still, what was she doing? She was wandering around painting trees.
Yeah,
I just want peace, which is how she met Wes.
yeah,
And and then she gave up. I don't want to hurt anything anymore. She wasn't even killing walkers.
I
And
know.
then she gave up the pipe thingy, and then I don't know, and then it showed back up. Oh, you can have it. It's fine. Um, I'm yeah, I'm getting a little.
I just
The
okay, look, I
voices.
just want to know the reason for the about face, from the rage to the let's compromise and try to work this out. I
But
want
she's
to
been
know.
doing this all season.
Right, but the difference is I feel like they've done this with other characters where they sway them back and forth. Like we've talked about Morgan swaying back and forth in the
Yeah.
past. So they've done this before, but I think the difference is there's no rhyme or reason for it. Like
Mm-mm.
nothing has changed since her boyfriend was flung over the roof.
No,
So what has changed to make her point of view change?
nothing. I mean, at
So
least so like when Morgan went through his different personalities. I mean, there were reasons for this happening. He killed the wife that he kept thinking was the walk who was a walker. Maybe that she's still in there. He ended up killing her. And then he lost his son, and then he met a man that put them back together, in a more peaceful Zen way, and so on and so forth. So I mean, he's had these moments, that you can go, okay, I may not like the personality he has right now, but I get it. Everyone does change. But but to take like this particular episode, the the feelings on all sides was so wishy-washy. There was whiplash,
yeah,
on, you know, bad guy, good guy, bad guy, my
yeah,
side, no, the
yeah,
enemy, my friend. I mean, it was every floor. It was like it was a different dynamic, and it just up until the very end when after they fight to get all the way to the top of that stupid tower, and Strand's there. Oh yeah, oh my God, we have to save them. They're gonna get trapped between my Rangers and the Walkers, and we got to do something. Goes over to turn off the light, and he goes, wait, wait, wait. I don't know if I want to do this now. She may not love me. Oh my God!
yes, yes, exactly, exactly. So, yeah, I don't know. It was messy. I mean, it was entertaining to watch. I'm not gonna lie. I'll give them that. Like just at face value with no depth, it was entertaining to watch. But beyond it, there's so many problems.
I mean, if you like the
So many
train wreck,
problems.
if you want to
Yeah,
watch the train wreck, I mean, great. But this was a train wreck. This whole
yeah.
thing was a train wreck, and apparently, according to I can't remember who it is now. One of our viewers, said that if I hate this week, so I'm going to really hate next week. So my teeth is already grinding. You know.
I mean, even with Daniel's character, right? Like I know you have predicted some wild things out of Daniel once he realized he was lied to.
Hmm.
And instead, he's kumbaya. Oh,
Yeah,
thank you for,
sending.
I don't want you to see me like that. He's
I can't have my daughter. I realize now that it was all a fever dream.
right.
That I can replace her with Charlie, another dying child.
Yeah. And I'm like,
Yeah,
okay. And I know he knows that they lied to him, right? He knows, and I think honestly, Strand was the one that kind of pointed it out in the most blunt way and honest way, believe it or not. He's like, look, this was the only way to like motivate you.
yeah,
And that's it. It's as simple as that. Like, that's it.
yeah.
Period. And he
We were
accepted it.
using it.
He accepted it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but even and Wes is like going, yeah, I just want to keep you honest. This place has been, the reason I'm standing behind you is because at least you're honest in your assholery. I don't know. That
Yeah.
it,
That's why.
and because that's really what Wes has been saying. From the minute he pulled his weapon out on Strand up until up until he died. That whole point was, well, at least Strand was honest about his dishonesty. Really, really. Okay, fine. It's
Yeah.
just
I'm sorry. This guy looked like such a goofball to me that he can't even look evil. Like, why are you trying to make him bad? He just seems like it's not possible.
right.
I
And
was having a hard time swallowing that whole thing. Like,
well, and it
really?
wasn't even just that. I mean, it's the fact that he went over to Strand, and Strand immediately made him one of his rangers. Oh, we'll trust you.
Oh, yeah. He trusted him
Um,
right off.
and after everything, I just and and I really liked Wes's character when he came up when he was first on the show. I mean, he was a nice guy. I mean, he was a good character, and I don't know what they have done to. I don't know why they did this to him. They turned him into a caricature of the character.
I'm
You
telling
know?
you, he was a scapegoat. They sacrificed his character so that Strand would temporarily look not so bad. It was like he was a sacrifice to the story. That's it.
Yeah, but it
It
doesn't.
didn't
I
make any
mean,
sense.
right? And again, after killing so many of those people, okay, all of those rangers are. I mean, they killed what? Probably 10 going up that we saw on screen.
Hmm.
And that was fine. But killing Wes Alicia was like, I don't know if I could ever love you after doing that.
I mean,
and
aren't
and
you
her being as
pissed about
upset as
your
she
man?
was.
Like, what? You should be more pissed about your boyfriend than Wes. Like, no hate toward Wes, but dang,
Yeah.
that's what I don't know.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not. I don't want to hate this show, guys. I really don't. I'm trying, but it is just getting dumber, and
I
it's
mean, to be
hurting
honest,
me.
they're just making bad choices, right? They're making bad choices for the characters, for the plot,
Hmm.
all of it, and it's as simple as that. Um, and even the inconsistencies with Alicia's health going up and down, that is
Hmm.
so aggravating. I that's annoying. Her character in general right now is annoying to me.
Yeah. I
They
mean,
don't know what they're doing with any of the characters. They're
and
just
like I said, I normally watch like the director's take, and it's usually about like I don't know 5 minutes long or something, and they kind of do a little recap of the episode and so on, and them saying, oh, to give you a little more, this episode was to give you more insight into what Strand was going through and what his thought. No, oh my God, is that really what you think is going on here? Yeah.
basically.
I realize you're the one that wrote it. I get that part, but do you understand what you wrote?
No, they don't. That's the problem. They don't. They don't. They can't. Not the
I
way they're
just
going. They
right.
can't see the obvious.
Well, and they're just I mean, and they're ruining all the good characters. All the ones that were worthwhile to watch and were fun to watch and you know you, I mean, I
Okay.
and
So
I
do
want
you
to know what
think
happened to all those little kids.
they
Does
somewhere?
anybody know what happened to all the little kids they saved from the treehouse place?
They're dead.
For the camp?
They're dead.
I guess. I mean, they just disappeared without. I mean, there's nothing. And I realize that shouldn't be a sticking point, but we've lost. I mean, there's just all the dynamics that we the really good dynamics that were going on are just friggin' awful at this point. I don't really care. At this point, I'm like, fine, let radiation take them all. You
Yeah,
know, and there's and the other thing I don't understand is that can't be the only freaking office building. There
I
has to be
know.
others.
I
Why are
know.
they fighting over that one? Why don't they just go get another one?
Well, now I feel like there's not going to be a point, to be honest. Now, the last scene had that roof on fire.
Yeah.
right? And Alicia just invited all these people to a building that's on fire. Like,
Yeah. And she passed out after sending out the message.
right. But we know she's going to get off the roof. Although I don't
Yeah.
know if she'll get out of this season.
Yeah.
I think
I don't expect her to.
I think there's
She,
a good chance that she'll die still.
yeah, I do too.
Mhm.
I still want her to bite somebody.
I don't know. Her death might be the catalyst that, Strand needs to change his ways. And then he sees that her mother has returned. That's what's going to happen.
I'm gonna throw up.
And now he's going to be the best guy he thought he could be.
I'm gonna throw up. If they do that, I am just no. If you're
I
if
know.
you're gonna put all this time and effort into making Strand a bad guy, fine, commit to it. Commit.
I know.
And again, part of my other issue is Strand could have been dead at least 6 times by now.
Yeah.
This
Mhm.
whole I don't know. Everyone's so concerned about taking this tower, and yet they keep letting him live. Why? Why?
Because it's in the script, but they
Yeah.
they can't. That's what I'm saying. They are saving Strand. They are saving him, and he's going to have another turn of personality. That is what's going to happen, even if it's temporary. But although I still don't understand his reason for wanting to draw the radiated walkers to the building. So he's saying he wanted to keep her in,
Hmm.
but at the same time, he's looking at what that radiation did to Charlie. And
Yeah.
it's like, why? It doesn't make sense at all. Like,
No. Because I mean, these walkers will infect everything in that area.
yeah.
And I'm sorry that that tower cannot be completely self-sufficient. How are they getting water? I mean, this is an important question. How are they getting water? Where are they getting water from?
Yeah, and how can you send people out to search for things and bring back things when they now have a huge herd of walkers to get through?
Hmm.
So that helps. It doesn't help him, and it doesn't help anybody. So I wish they could have made that make more sense.
Well, and then there's even the fact that we have this woman that came on the boat, so we know that within a fairly short boat journey, there is land that is not contaminated
Yeah.
because she had no idea what was going on. And
Mhm.
and the conversation was she was only on the boat for a couple of days,
Mhm.
which means they could all leave by
Yeah.
water and be out of this whole mess in a few days.
I know. I know.
And I can see them going back, to the tower and basically saying to Strand, "Hey, all we want is our people. Any of our people that want to come with us, we know that there is, radiation free area
Mm.
within, 4 days journey. So send them out. So because why hold on to them if they're just going to be there to undermine them? Keep the ones that want to stay, fine, but send out the ones that want to come with us.
Mhm.
They could have done that.
Yeah. Uh I just think it's just something about them not wanting to let go of Strand's character. So they wouldn't leave him, right? They wouldn't send everyone off and leave him behind because that would mean the character will be gone for a significant amount of time, probably until
Until
something
the
happened to the tower and then he was forced to leave.
Right. At this point, the tower, I don't know. What I'm hoping is now that the tower's on fire, everyone just goes, that whole boat idea wasn't so bad.
Uh,
Um, and then leave. They
yeah.
don't need to be rescued by anybody. They don't need to find an enclave that's safe. All they have to do is just fucking leave.
Just leave.
Just leave.
Speaking of that lady, Cleo asked, "Did that lady ever make it to the tower?" I don't.
They have no
We
idea.
we are guessing. We are guessing that she did, but we don't know. They never showed her again.
Yeah, she's never. I mean, she wasn't on any of the anything as far as I can tell. Strand
Yeah.
never even mentioned her.
No.
So she may not have ever made it to his tower. You
I
know,
mean, she couldn't even like defend herself against those walkers. Sherry and Dwight had to come in and save her. So who
yeah.
knows She might not have even been good enough or witty enough to make it there. She might have
Yeah.
died.
I mean, and it's pretty sad because Dwight and Sherry had to shit come and save her, and yet they sent her on her merry way with vague directions. Go over there, you know.
That big building over there, over
Yeah,
yonder, go that way.
go yonder. I mean, if she was really in that desperate to help, I mean, truthfully, they either should have kept her with them, or they should have one of them should have escorted her. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Mhm.
At least to the point where she could easily see the tower and get there. Um, but I mean, I don't know. I'm not even sure what the point of her was.
Mhm. I don't know. I guess the point was so that that whole thing between the two of them can start revving up about what Dwight may or may not do in regards to the tower, right?
Right.
That
Well,
was
I
that.
was hoping that they would go, she got a boat. We could leave. But apparently not.
No, apparently, no way. They're not that smart. None of these characters are. With these writers, none of them are.
All right, guys. Just letting you know there's a zombie apocalypse. I'm the leader. And if we are in a radiated zone, we're leaving.
Yeah,
Okay? We're leaving.
that would be the preference. Yes, to leave. And those that want to stay can stay. Bye. Deuces. I'm out.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, every as Karina's just said, it's pointless. Everything right now is pointless. There's no reason. There's no point. There's no end game. Not a solid one on anything that they're doing. It's just, I mean,
It's
Alicia threw down the gauntlet and said, "No, we're going to war." Because Straight initially says, "Please come in and I'll take all your people, everyone except Morgan." Okay? Honestly, a smart person would have gone, "I'll take that deal." Because at that point they would have had the numbers to meet
to
match
overtake them.
Strand.
Yeah.
Strand would have had his, guard down around Alicia and the rest of them. They could have killed him. They could have incapacitated him. They could have locked him in a closet, and then let Morgan in, you know. Or they could have just done the math and went, "Man, Morgan, I am really sorry, but," you know?
Well, I think at this point, it's all for drama's sake, right? That's it. It's just the sheer drama of it. How far can we ratchet up the drama and make it look flashy, with guns and explosives and walkers? I mean, I think that's all it is. I don't think they are giving much care to the plot at all or to the characters. So it's all about, from episode to episode, how much drama can we try to work out of it, and
Yeah.
that's all it is. And they'll twist the characters any which way they need to apply to do that. I think that's what they're trying to do, because like I said, like, watching it high level, not really thinking too hard about things, it was entertaining to watch if you don't think about all that are wrong with it. That's why I think
I
that's
could
what their goal is. They're not trying very hard. They just want drama for the sake of drama.
Yeah. I will say when everyone got in the building, my other question was, how is it up to this point that those walkers have never gotten anywhere near the building? But now. But anyway, when they're all standing there, blankly in the hallway, I'm like, man, I forgot all about the Reverend. There's a whole bunch of characters that were standing up there. And I'm going, God, I forgot all about these people. We haven't seen them in a year.
They've
You
been
know,
loitering around in the background trying not to be looked at by Strand. They don't want to be don't pay me any mind. That's what it
I
is.
mean, I seriously, I was looking at some of these characters and I remembered them, but I'm trying to remember the
Mhm.
last time they had any airtime, any screen time whatsoever, and it's been a season.
I don't think they need it. We got enough characters already to contend with. I don't need any extras.
Well, but I really like the rabbi. I kind of missed his character.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, they had some, because right now at this point, all the main characters that we had developed some, relationships with, they've kind of scooted them off to the side, and right now the only ones we're really seeing is Strand, Morgan, a little bit of Grace, um, a, a little bit of oh,
Alicia's
what's
in
her
and
name?
out.
Yeah, Alicia's in and out, and honestly,
Oh,
we've spent
June. June.
yeah June. We've spent more time with Dwight and Sherry than probably just about anybody else,
Mm-hmm.
which is just weird if you think about it. But no, think about it. They've had like
Yeah.
3 episodes dedicated to just the two of them. The one that was just this past week, and then we had the one with the wrestler.
They want us to
And
like them, giving us more of them so that they want people to be fans of them. I don't know if
yeah,
that's happening. Is anybody out there team, you know, Dwight and Sherry? Like, who's a fan of Dwight and Sherry? I want to know. Because I feel like that's what they're doing. That's why they're getting more screen time is they're trying to hype them up and get a fan base behind them
yeah,
probably.
yeah.
But
But
although
technically,
if
go
we could
ahead.
have kept any of the new characters that we saw for a moment, I would have loved to keep Will somehow. I liked that guy when we were first introduced to him. I was
I
mad that he got
know,
killed so fast.
I know. I'm gonna honestly, I'm gonna be real truthful. That um, what was Henry? Was that his name? The one that Strand killed in the first episode of the season.
Mm,
Alicia's sort of boyfriend. I liked him more than I like most of the other characters we've got going on right now. You
mhm,
know,
mhm.
I thought, and he was an interesting character, and I thought, man, I hope they don't kill him. I know they're going to kill him, but I hope they don't because I kind of like him. And
Yeah.
they've killed off a lot of, we've had a lot of one-time characters like the deaf guy,
He would have
which
even
was
been interesting for a couple more episodes.
yeah, you know, but no, we're going to kill him with a bagpipe.
Oh my god, that was the
it
dumbest shit ever. I
was
just thought that was so like cheesy. I just
wasteful.
yeah.
They're just they're propping they're occasionally giving us these interesting characters, but they keep killing them off, and then leaving us with these people that just drag. And I don't know. They're like, oh look, interesting character, but we're gonna kill them off so that you'll pay more attention to this weird character that we don't know what to do with. I don't know.
Mhm.
Um, and just the lightning changes and alliances and motivations are just, I think that's the part that's really getting to me, because like I said, every floor there was this change in dynamic, between like Alicia and Strand, and it was just, it was too much. I mean, I understand that people are complicated, I get that part, all right, but that's not what this was. This
Mhm.
was unreal. There is no way in a real life situation that because they're like, oh, he's like, oh no, please don't kill Alicia, and sitting there and having that entire conversation, and Will and company are just sitting off to the side, da 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 da. We'll let you have your moment. It's okay. I did all this for you. You're the daughter I never, that I didn't have, and I love you so much. It just none of it makes sense.
uh,
But did you notice that all through this, the people shooting at him gave all of them plenty of time to have some heart to hearts?
oh, I know. Like when they were in there sitting against the wall and stuff, they're just sitting there chit chatting. I'm like, okay, as they're trying to bust the door down. Mm-hmm.
Uh huh. The fact that they're in the farm, or the, not the pharmacy, but in the um uh in the
Oh,
clinic
the
there,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
and we got people shooting, but there's Charlie back there, hooked up, and there's nobody there. June's not there taking care of her. No one's there taking care of her. She's
Mm-hmm.
just sitting in a room with gun plague all over the place, quietly dying. I mean, if they're going to move everyone
Yeah.
else out, why didn't they move her? She's in a wheelie bed.
Uh,
You know,
I don't know.
and
So
where did they
did you
get all that
watch?
hospital equipment? I'm sorry.
Over time they stole it. That's what.
Mm,
Did you I did not watch the trailer for next week. Did you watch the trailer?
yeah,
You did? Okay,
yeah.
so tell
So,
me some of you what you think is going on based on the trailer. Although we know they cut those trailers up oddly. So,
tire or tower catches on fire. Everyone leaves tower because all the characters, the the Alicia group are outside of the tower. I don't know where Trant is, and
mhm.
talking to somebody. I don't know. They're on a beach, and yeah, there's stuff going on. Yeah,
So it's them
it would
escaping.
appear that the tower has fallen.
Yeah, I kind of assumed that because it's not like they have like firefighter capabilities to put out the fire on the roof. So
Mm-mm.
I assumed that the whole building would catch fire.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, and even Strand says the whole place is going up. And Alicia's
yeah.
like, I know.
She can't move.
Yeah,
She's like,
I know. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, and again, I've been looking at this building this entire time and I'm going, why are you fighting over this? This place is not sustainable. I mean, they have their roofside, their rooftop garden, but I am sorry. That is not enough food to feed all those people. It's not. And I
right.
see there is no livestock anywhere. Okay. I don't even see chickens.
Well,
And I'm just saying, you know,
I
and
know.
and everything's irradiated, which means if they go out hunting, everything's gonna, the wildlife,
Everyone
even if
will
it's
die a slow
yeah,
death.
everyone's gonna die from irradiated food.
Yeah.
So I just they can't and they can't farm the land because once the radiation settles, if you start tilling it or anything, you're releasing all the radiation again.
Yeah.
So this place has never been sustainable. The fact that everyone is fighting over it, the fact that what's her name, who's supposed to be Grace, who's supposed to be, someone who is knowledgeable of, radiation and worked at a nuclear power plant, worked so hard to keep everyone safe and the thing not melting down, is looking around going, didn't say we gotta go.
Well, the good thing is the tower is done.
Yeah,
They can't fight over it anymore because the shit is done. So they've done that favor for us. We can
yeah.
close that door and see what will happen next. But since they don't know where they're going, maybe they will run for like the shore and
I
maybe
hope so. I
Morgan
mean,
will
because
show back
that's
up.
because honestly, that's what makes the most sense. Why are they not finding boats and just leaving?
Mhm.
And I'm honestly at this point, I am still trying to square, Morgan's mad dash in that car to get out of the radiation zone, and how everyone's just casually wandering the countryside at this point.
You know what? And I couldn't even remember. Yeah, he tried to get out of there with the car, but that just didn't
Mhm.
happen.
Well, I mean, because it was super radiated,
Yeah.
and they kept running into the mutant people,
That's right.
and
They were trying to save
and
grace because they thought it was their baby. Or they knew it
yeah,
wasn't, but yeah.
and that whole thing. But now,
Or Momo, excuse me. Baby Mo.
yeah, but
Called the
now they're
baby the
like,
wrong name.
I don't know. I mean, they sometimes they wear masks, sometimes they don't have masks. That
They checked their
radiation.
device though. Who knows if that shit actually works? It's so old and decrepit.
Exactly. Everyone seems to have a Geiger counter at this point, to test the radiation. Oh, it's safe
Mhm.
here. Um, you know,
Now
and
that
even
would
in
be a scene. "Oh, it's safe here," and then all of a sudden they take it off and slowly die.
yeah, but
That would be a scene.
I mean, even okay, inconsistency to the point of, so we see the radiated zombies coming, all right, and they're starting to kill them off, and they're using their stabby weapons. And do you remember what happened when Morgan used his stabby weapon when we first encountered Grace, back on Radiation Island?
What
She
happened?
made him throw it down, and they hosed it down, and they wrapped it up, to in
Oh.
containment.
Oh, and they've been killing those things for a minute
Yeah.
with all kind of weapons.
Yeah, and they're not even cleaning the blood off. They're just putting them back.
And to our knowledge, I mean, I haven't seen anything. I don't recall seeing anything. They don't even have any kind of, I guess, strategy or like process of coming back in the building, you
No.
know.
No, there's no decontamination area. They're wearing the same clothes inside as out.
Yeah.
They're not taking their shoes off, I know that sounds stupid, but the radiation is on the ground and you're tracking it in with your shoes. If you're going to be going in and out of a technically clean area from a dirty area, there should be de- decontamination. Okay, you should be showered. There should be clothes to be left behind and washed and your shoes taken off and everything else.
We
And
got a little
they don't.
glimpse of that at Arnold's camp. They actually did it. They took all their gear off and stuff. They did at least that.
Mhm.
But the tower didn't
And
have any protocol. So,
right, and they didn't in the submarine either. They were just walking in and out of that, and apparently around the submarine was the worst area.
mhm.
You know,
Hell, they
and
were in there with it. I mean, it was it's leaking.
yeah,
Uh,
so again, none of this makes any sense. I mean, they're not even consistent within their own world.
yeah.
How they've been dealing with the radiation, has vastly differed between Radiation Island and Radiation State now. Um, and I don't know, none of it it's just dumb.
I know. I want to switch gears a little bit. I want to talk
Sure.
about I want to make some theories or guess on who's dying next. I feel like someone else is going to die next episode.
Daniel.
You think Daniel's going to die next episode?
I still think he's gonna die, yeah.
I think Charlie's a strong contender
Oh yeah.
to be
That's a
dead next
given.
episode, especially if they can't get her out of the building.
Yeah.
Um, so she's definitely one, or maybe Daniel stays and they die together. I don't know.
Could. I
I
could
don't
see
know.
that. He
Um,
wouldn't want to leave her side. Of
yeah.
course,
Oh,
if he was
Charlie.
merciful, he'd kill her.
Oh my God.
Well,
Right.
I mean,
But
it's better than burning to death.
absolutely. I think a quick gunshot to the head would be faster, better than burning to death.
Yeah.
Burning to death is just as bad as drowning to death. No one wants that.
Worse.
Yeah.
You know. Um
Mm,
I I don't think Strand is gonna die, even though the previews for next week kind of allude to it, but I don't believe it.
no, I don't
Um
either.
Alicia won't die next episode, but I don't think she's gonna make it past the season.
I feel like she might die in the finale, but I think she'll see her mother first. Somehow, some way, they're
Yeah.
gonna make that connect before they kill her off
Well,
or before she dies.
I'm pretty sure more I'm pretty sure the tie-in is gonna be that message that Alicia just sent out from the tower.
Mhm.
I think that's what's gonna draw her mother in.
Mhm.
And of
Because
course
she
she's
recognized
just
her voice. I heard your
mhm.
voice. I had to
Of course she
come.
gave directions to a place that is on
Now
fire.
burning, yeah, which
Um
makes a whole lot of sense, but
and I don't know. I'm not sure who else, because at this point, I mean they killed a lot of people on this past episode. I mean, no one important other than what Will.
Wes.
Um and but yeah, I don't think I can't see Charlie, especially if the building's on fire and they're on the run. There's no way that they can keep her character whatever.
Yeah, she'll just die from the radiation and
Yeah.
probably exhaustion and everything else of trying to get away. She'll die of
Mhm.
that, if nothing else.
Yeah.
So I think Charlie's a good contender for next episode.
And like I
Um,
said, I could see Danielle dying
mhm,
Daniel dying with her.
mm,
Or some
hmm,
amalgamation of that. I don't they've given him quite a bit of screen time. He's had his redemption so to speak. He's at peace with his daughter's death now, and I think they're going to kill him.
Yeah. I could see that. I mean, honestly, I could see them offloading. That's why I feel like more people are dying. Like, because they're going to offload some characters for this time jump that we're going to get. I
Hmm.
know we're going to get one. We have to.
Yeah,
Um so, and of
there's.
course, Alicia's character, I think she will die next, not this upcoming Sunday, but in the finale.
Hmm.
Um hmm. And Strand will make it out. He will make it to season 8. Strand will make it to season 8. And
Because of course he will.
of course he
Yeah.
will. And he will be like, I'm telling you, he gonna be on the straight and narrow again with Madison around.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Y'all let us know who you think is gonna bite it next week.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, we.
these still live. Y'all already seen it, so don't say anything. I know Cleo and Karina have seen it already, so
No spoilers. No
no
spoilers.
spoilers. Yeah.
Um. Yeah. I mean, at this point, we've only got 2 more episodes, so if we're gonna do the so Madison will either be on this upcoming one or the following. I'm
Hmm.
gonna go with the very last episode.
Yeah, I
Is
think
gonna be my guess.
it's gonna be a finale. Ooh, dun dun dun! Look, it's Madison.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
it's gonna be. Yeah, they're gonna
Um.
wait.
Yeah. And I mean, at this, they might have. I don't know. With the tower falling, people are gonna scatter. Although, if they were smart, they'd go out in a group.
Yeah.
But these people aren't smart. So,
I know. And I still feel
yeah,
Morgan has to show up in the finale too. I think we
yeah.
have to see him one more time before this
Oh,
season ends.
they do show him in the boat in the
Okay.
previews.
Okay.
So we'll see him next episode.
So we'll see what he finds out there or what he's doing out there.
Right now it looks like he's on a in a rubber raft during a storm. That's what it
Oh
looks like.
Lord, not the storm.
Yeah. So,
We talked
and
about
I
that
don't know
last
about
time.
you,
Like,
but
don't get stuck in a storm.
I've got grandchildren, and I'm here to tell you the idea of having a toddler on a boat that what was the word I want unsafe is terrifying because these things are, I mean, they're just leaning against it. You can roll over the side. I mean, and you can't keep her in that papoose thingy all the time. I mean, I suppose you could, but uh, not realistically. So God only
Honestly, it's
knows.
gonna be painful to swim with a toddler that small. Because you have to stay on your back or side
Hmm.
swim and hold the kid above the water. Lord knows
So
they don't know how to swim.
right. I mean, like I said, like they're still in the boat.
Yeah,
I didn't show them sinking or anything, but just the idea of being on a boat with a toddler, just you know,
yeah,
that just sounds dangerous.
it is. But which is more dangerous, radiation or water?
Right. But again, they could have kind of. There was a better boat. There was a better
And the
boat.
crazy thing is that Morgan wasn't even thinking about the radiation. He just wanted her away from Strand. That's all he was
Yeah.
thinking about.
So I don't know. I mean, I mean, 2 more episodes, and then how big of a break do we say we had? About 2 weeks or something
I'm
before
not
anything else
sure
happened.
anymore. I feel like we figured that
Or
out, but I can't remember. So, Cleo or Karina, our loyal listeners, please tell us how many weeks off we have. I know y'all know. Y'all know all the stuff. Y'all know all the stuff.
you
So
know,
fill us in because I feel like we tried to calculate that before.
we
I'm not.
did, and we did have it figured out. But I'm going to be real truthful. I'm kind of brain dead this week, and I've got a little bit of information overload from work, and it's
Oh,
it's
please
crowded
don't.
out.
So,
You
you
know,
guys, a little side note. So, Lisa's overworked and I'm going on vacation tomorrow. So, all I'm thinking about is packing list and do I have anything? Oh, Tails is next week. Oh, Tails is next. Okay, yeah.
next,
But when does it
yeah.
come on? Um,
I don't know. Hang on, let
I
me
don't
see if
know.
I can
We'll
look real
figure it
quick.
out next week so we can tell y'all how many weeks we have
Yeah.
off.
But we'll be off for a couple of weeks while we do that. And, I am hopeful for Tales of the Walking Dead. I really am hopeful about that.
Yeah. It should be fun,
Um,
I think. It'll be a nice change of pace, I think, next year. Cleo, you said next year?
I thought it was coming out this summer.
Yeah, I thought so. It's on my little app, but it doesn't have a release date yet.
Mm,
I don't know. I hope it's not next year. That's a long break. Because, I mean, if anything, I thought The Walking Dead was going to return this fall, right?
yeah.
The last third and final part is this
Mhm.
fall.
Yep.
So, and I know they won't like just give us the summer off. They're going to throw something in there. So it must be Tails. It's just when will it come? Huh. Interesting. Well, we shall
All it
see.
says is it's going to become available in 2022.
Okay.
That's all it's saying.
Okay. Hmm.
So,
Well, that
hmm.
could mean anything, but I could have swore they said TWD was this fall. So, and if they give it the treatment that they always do, it's going to go right into December.
Mhm.
So, I don't know. Curious. I thought by now it'd have a release date for sure.
I'm looking.
Karina says it says summer 2022 for Tales of the Walking Dead.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
I was thinking.
Yeah, that makes sense. But just when? Like, so we know summer's official start is what, June 23rd? That's official
Mhm.
start of summer. So if it airs like, I don't know, maybe July, maybe if we had to guess, July and August, it'll run 8
Mhm.
episodes or something. Guessing. So, well,
November is when November is when The Walking Dead comes back.
okay.
November 2022.
So November, December, because it's only 8 more episodes.
Mhm.
So that'll get them done right before Christmas again.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, so I was
yeah, we'll
thinking
have some breaks.
yeah, I was thinking that I knew that they had been saying that Tales of the Walking Dead were coming out this summer, not next year,
Hmm.
and over the summer. And then um The Walking Dead was I just looked it up and it said November is when it's going to come back. It doesn't
Okay.
give an exact date, but it says November.
Okay.
So we'll know it'll be one Sunday in November, you
Right.
know.
Oh Lord, it'd be a hype train for real. Everybody's gonna be like, the last 8 episodes. It's
Yeah,
gonna be like crazy. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We'll have a nice change of pace. We'll have a little time off because Lord, fear is running us through it. They are putting us through it.
I know.
They are dragging us through the mud on this one. So I'm holding out hope that we can enjoy, or at least semi enjoy, the last 2 episodes of this season.
Yeah. Well,
And give
and
me
Karina
what I
says,
want. Give me my
yeah,
time
and
jump.
Karina says Isle of the Dead is is
2023.
2023.
Okay,
So
so that
that'll
is
probably
Negan's show with what's her
yeah,
face? Maggie.
Maggie.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm pretty sure they're just because they're trying to keep momentum up, they won't let too much time pass between these shows.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they've been pretty good about keeping them cycling through. So, we'll have Tales of the Walking Dead, then we'll have the season, the final ending season for Fear the Walking Dead, and they're going to want to
The
get in,
Walking Dead.
or The Walking Dead, and they're going to want to get in on that hype. And then if Isle of the Dead comes out in 2023, I'll bet you it'll be spring.
Yeah, it could be early spring for sure. Because they would not want 6 months to pass without anything on air.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Um, they're they know that just because like the final episode of of the Walking Dead when COVID hit, and there so we had this big break, um, and they could see that viewership just plummeted, even
Mm-hmm.
when it came back, so they've been working really hard to get us back in. And then they gave us, the world one. Bleh,
They'll
World
be like,
Beyond.
we wrote it before we knew we had to work that hard.
Yeah. So yeah, I would imagine they're keeping things pretty much geared up so that something comes out. So there's only about a month or two break between shows at this point.
Yeah. So both Cleo and Karina are saying, watch 15. We'll go watch it now. So
Well, you guys said that I'm going to be unhappy, so I don't want to be unhappy right now, guys. You know,
I actually, if I can get my packing done in the next 30 minutes, if I can like really say done, check the box, and I can sit down and relax, then I probably will watch it tonight because
all
I
right.
won't be back until Sunday night. So um, I'll have to either watch it tonight, Sunday night late, or Monday morning.
All
So
righty. Well, then
yeah,
I won't keep you long after the show then, and so you can get to your packing and watching.
yeah. All right, I guess we're done. What do you think, Lisa?
I think we're done.
All right. So you guys, we will be back here next week. Next week is Memorial Day. I hope you can tune in and be here anyway. I know y'all will have barbecued and eaten and everything by 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or eat and listen to us at the same time. It works.
Yeah,
Whatever.
put us on your, Google or whatever, outside on your deck. We'll be fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Bring your tablet. We'll have a good time. All right, y'all. Have a great one. We'll see you next week. Take care.